"Doc, I eat just fine, so how come one little slip put me in bed for an entire week?" That's what Ruth, 71 years old, asked me quietly during a follow-up visit after she slipped in her kitchen. She used to be so active, grew her own vegetables, went to the market, took care of her grandkids, but now just standing up from a chair left her winded. And the sad truth is, Ruth is far from alone. You could be losing muscle, even if you're eating just fine. According to the National Institutes of Health, sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, affects nearly 45% of Americans over 60 and up to 70% over 80 in 2021. The scariest part, it sneaks up on you. It doesn't hurt. There are no obvious warning signs, but the consequences: wobbly legs, poor balance, increased risk of falling, breaking bones, or becoming bedridden, a slow decline in heart health, memory, and mood. Worse still, a study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society 2020 found that older adults with muscle loss were 2-3 times more likely to die within 5 years compared to those with healthy muscle mass. It's not your fault. It's outdated advice that failed us. For years, we were told things like, cheese is too fatty and salty, avoid it. Want to build muscle? Eat steak. Go to the gym. But science has finally caught up, and it tells a different story. Some specific cheeses, when chosen and eaten the right way, can actually be one of the most powerful, natural tools for rebuilding muscle after 60. Yes, you heard that right. Cheese. Once the villain, now the unexpected hero for older adults. A 12-week study published in Nutrients, 2022, followed 112 older adults. Those who ate certain types of cheese daily saw significant improvements in muscle mass, grip strength, balance, and coordination, and when paired with gentle daily activity, like walking, gardening, or simply standing up and sitting down, these cheeses created what researchers call a synergistic effect. Muscles responded almost as if they belonged to someone 30 years younger. You might already have this natural muscle medicine in your fridge and not even realize it. No expensive protein powders, no gym memberships, no daily handful of supplements. Just 3-5 clinically supported cheeses, easy to find, easy to digest, easy to enjoy, that can restore lost muscle strength, prevent falls and fractures, help you stay independent well into your 80s and beyond. And that's exactly why I made this video. I'm Dr. Jame, an internist and aging specialist with over 30 years of experience here in California. I've seen it time and again. Older patients who felt weak, tired, and frail turn their lives around with just a few simple changes in how and what they eat. And cheese, it's one of the best-kept secrets I've ever discovered. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 specific cheeses backed by science that help rebuild aging muscles, the best times to eat them, so your body absorbs every bit. A real-life story from one of my patients whose life changed in just 90 days. And the biggest mistakes people make that cancel out cheese's benefits stick with me until the end. Because I promise you, you'll never look at cheese the same way again. I just thought I was slowing down with age. I had no idea my body was quietly eating away at itself. Carl, 68, after being diagnosed with stage 2 sarcopenia. After age 60, you could be losing 1-3% of your muscle mass every single year, even with normal eating and activity. Muscle loss isn't just some natural part of aging like we were taught to believe. It's a real medical condition with a real name, sarcopenia. In fact, the World Health Organization who now classifies sarcopenia as a dangerous clinical syndrome, especially in adults over 60. A major study published in the Lancet Healthy Longevity 2021 revealed nearly 1 in 2 seniors don't even know they have sarcopenia. By the time they find out, they've often lost 15–20% of their muscle mass. And with it comes the domino effect: fatigue, shaky hands, unsteady steps, more falls, joint pain, sleep issues, even depression. After age 60, you could be losing 1–3% of your muscle mass every single year, even with normal eating and activity. Muscle loss isn't just some natural part of aging like we were taught to believe. It's a real medical condition with a real name: sarcopenia. In fact, the World Health Organization, WHO, now classifies sarcopenia as a dangerous clinical syndrome, especially in adults over 60. A major study published in the Lancet Healthy Longevity 2021 revealed nearly 1 in 2 seniors don't even know they have sarcopenia. By the time they find out, they've often lost 15–20% of their muscle mass. And with it comes the domino effect: fatigue, shaky hands, unsteady steps, more falls, joint pain, sleep issues, even depression. So what exactly is sarcopenia, and how does it sneak up on us? Think of your muscles as a bank account of strength. Each day your body withdraws energy for everything you do: standing up, walking, climbing stairs, reaching for a glass. When you're younger, your body deposits more than it withdraws, thanks to growth hormones, balanced testosterone or estrogen, strong muscle protein synthesis. But after 60, these hormones drop off sharply. Your ability to absorb protein weakens, muscle-breaking enzymes like myostatin become more active, and your body becomes resistant to leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle growth. The result: you're withdrawing more muscle than you're replacing. And you don't feel it until it's too late. Muscles aren't just for moving. They affect every single part of your health after 60. When you lose muscle, what actually happens? Less support for your bones leads to spinal issues. Back pain, slower metabolism triggers belly fat. Diabetes risk, weaker heart/lung capacity leaves you winded. Stairs feel harder, poor protein absorption causes fatigue, thinning hair, sagging skin, trouble standing up increases fall risk, leads to being bedridden. A 2019 report in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle found that people with sarcopenia are 2–3 times more likely to break a bone and 60% more likely to lose their independence as they age. The worst part: sarcopenia is painless and invisible until it's too late. One of my patients used to walk every morning. Then he caught the flu and spent 10 days resting. That's all it took for him to lose nearly 5% of his muscle mass, and to this day, he still can't walk the way he used to. Another patient had surgery and spent 3 weeks recovering. In that short time, she lost as much muscle as most people do in an entire year. Here are 5 early warning signs of sarcopenia. If you notice 2 or more, it's time to take action. Struggling to stand up from a chair without using your hands, a water bottle feels heavier than usual, unexplained weight loss, especially in your arms or thighs, slower walking, feeling unsteady, meals no longer leave you feeling energized. The good news: sarcopenia is not your destiny. It's something you can reverse. You can't stop aging, but you can stop muscle loss if you know what to do. Eat the right nutrients at the right time, move your body in ways that activate your muscles, and repeat these habits every day. And here's the part that surprises most people: certain cheeses, Yes, cheese turn out to be one of the most powerful weapons we have in the fight against sarcopenia. In the next part, I'll explain why. It's not steak, not eggs, not protein shakes that help most after 60. It's the right kinds of cheese, and there's science to prove it. So stick with me, because once you understand the truth behind this often misunderstood food, you'll see it in a completely new light. I tried everything: milk, meat, even whey protein, but it wasn't until I started eating the right cheese every morning that I finally felt my strength returning. Daniel, 74, retired engineer. Meat and fish are great, but they're not always senior friendly at 30. You eat a steak and boom, muscles grow. At 65, same steak, but the results drop by nearly 40%. Why? Because the older body no longer absorbs protein the way it used to. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found adults over 60 need 1.5 to 2 times more leucine per meal to trigger muscle growth compared to younger adults. That means the same food no longer gives the same strength, and this is where cheese shines. Thanks to 5 unique biological benefits, it's rich in protein, but easier to absorb than meat. Just 100 g of cottage cheese gives you nearly 14 g of protein with only 81 calories. 30 g of Parmesan delivers 10 g of concentrated protein, slow and steady release. Ricotta is loaded with whey protein, which enters your muscles in just 30 minutes. For people over 60, you eat less, but still get enough of the amino acids needed to maintain muscle. Packed with leucine and beta. The key to activating muscle-building leucine is like the power switch for your muscle-building engine. No leucine, even high-protein meals won't build muscle. Cheeses like Cottage, Ricotta, and Parmesan all contain over 1 g of leucine per serving, helping older adults overcome anabolic resistance when your body ignores normal protein signals. Rebuild muscle even after light exercise. Source: British Journal of Nutrition, 2021. Casein plus whey, a golden duo for seniors. Casein, found in Parmesan, Cottage, is a slow-release protein, fueling your body for 6-8 hours. Whey, found in Ricotta, is fast-acting, delivering amino acids into your blood within 30 minutes for older adults. Keeping amino acid levels stable all day is critical, especially to prevent nighttime muscle loss. Soft, gentle on digestion, ideal for aging teeth and tummies. Can't chew steak anymore? No problem. You can still enjoy a creamy spoon of ricotta or cottage cheese with ease. Plus, cheese doesn't burden the stomach like red meat or beans often do. Aged cheeses like Parmesan even contain natural enzymes that help pre-digest the protein. Perfect for slower senior digestion. It's more than just protein. It's rich in muscle-supporting minerals. Cheese gives your body a complete support package. Calcium, right arrow, helps with muscle contraction. Phosphorus, right arrow, supports lean muscle mass. Vitamin B12, right arrow, prevents muscle wasting linked to anemia. Vitamin K2 in aged cheese. Right arrow protects blood vessels, strengthens bones, and reduces fall risk. Source: Nutrients, 2020. Why is cheese especially ideal for seniors, and not just the younger crowd? Senior needs. Cheese delivers low appetite, nutrient dense in small portions, sensitive digestion, soft texture, enzyme support. Needs steady muscle fueling. Casein gives 6-8 hour protein coverage. Can't exercise, heavily weigh builds muscle with light movement. Often vitamin deficient, natural source of K2, B12, calcium. You don't need more food, just the right food. At the right time. We're not talking about stuffing yourself with cheesy pizza every night, or gnawing on a block of Swiss cheese like it's candy. We're talking about half a cup of cottage cheese with your morning coffee, a sprinkle of Parmesan over your lunchtime greens, a spoon of ricotta after your 10-minute walk. These small shifts can lead to big results. Holding onto your strength, confidence, and ability to live independently. Imagine if you could climb the stairs without grabbing the railing, carry groceries home without feeling winded, squat in the garden and stand back up. No cramps, no strain, and it all starts with one small choice: eating the right kind of cheese each day. Coming up next, Dr. Jame, will show you the 5 most powerful cheeses for muscle revival after 60. These cheeses are backed by science to help rebuild muscle, improve balance, and help you feel like yourself again. But be careful, not all cheeses are created equal. Some can actually make things worse if eaten the wrong way. Don't miss what's next: the 5 cheeses that help seniors reclaim strength, and how to eat them the right way. I couldn't chew beef anymore, but ever since I started eating half a cup of this soft white cheese at night, my legs tremble less. I can get out of bed easier in the morning. Diane, 76, living with high blood pressure and age-related muscle loss, the once forgotten cheese, quietly helping seniors rebuild their bodies. When people hear cottage cheese, most picture that bland diet food from the 1980s. A mushy, flavorless white blob nobody really wants. But modern science tells a very different story. Cottage cheese is one of the most powerful muscle-building foods for people over 60. Even more effective than many meats, eggs, or whey protein powders. Why is cottage cheese so special? Clean, high-quality protein, yet easy on the stomach. Just half a cup, 113 g, of cottage cheese gives you 14 g of protein, with only 100 calories. And nearly 70% of its calories come from protein, a rare trait among natural foods. Source: USDA Food Data Central, 2023. High in leucine. Activates muscle growth even in seniors with anabolic resistance. Every half cup delivers 1-2 g of leucine. That's 1/3 of the leucine needed to trigger muscle synthesis. It helps older adults wake up their lazy muscles and overcome age-related protein resistance. Source: Journal of Nutrition and Gerontology and Geriatrics, 2019. Rich in casein, the night watchman of your muscles. About 80–90% of the protein in cottage cheese is casein, which digests slowly over 6–8 hours. Eating cottage cheese before bed allows a steady release of amino acids throughout the night, like having a quiet repairman rebuilding your muscle tissue while you sleep. A study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise, 2018, showed people who consumed cottage cheese 30 minutes before sleep had 33% better muscle gains over 10 weeks compared to those who didn't eat nighttime protein. Seniors often face appetite loss, missing teeth, or digestive issues. But cottage cheese is soft, cool, gentle on the stomach, and lacks the strong odor of aged cheeses. Simple ways to enjoy it. Time of day: how to use benefits: morning mix with berries plus honey boosts protein plus adds antioxidants. Lunch: combine with cucumber, tomato, basil, lightly savory. refreshing before bed. Eat plain or with cinnamon, helps regulate blood sugar plus, prevents muscle loss overnight in smoothies. Blend with banana, oats, chia seeds, boosts energy without heaviness. Watching your sodium. Here's what to know: some cottage cheese brands can contain up to 400 mg sodium per half cup. So if you have high blood pressure or need to limit salt, choose low sodium versions under 100 mg. Trusted brands include Good Culture, Daisy 2% low sodium, and many organic options. Raymond, 79, struggled with weak legs. He needed to hold onto a chair just to stand up. After I recommended half a cup of cottage cheese each morning plus a 10-minute walk, 8 weeks later, he returned, smiling. I can step up the porch without holding onto anything. And honestly, I feel 10 years younger. Aim for at least 1/2 to 1 cup per day. Best eaten in the morning or 30 minutes before bedtime to support overnight muscle maintenance. Common mistakes to avoid: choosing full-fat plus high-sodium cottage cheese. Right arrow may increase blood pressure or cause bloating. Mixing with jam or sugary crackers. Right arrow spikes blood sugar. Eating inconsistently. Right arrow, not enough protein accumulation for results. Why do I always begin muscle recovery plans with cottage cheese? It's easy to find. It's affordable. It doesn't require cooking. It soothes the stomach and feeds your muscles day and night. But most importantly, it gives seniors that powerful feeling of, I can still do this. In the next part, I'll introduce you to a cheese that's familiar to most but rarely appreciated for its almost lactose-free content. And with just a thumb-sized piece, it can deliver enough protein plus calcium to keep your muscles strong and bones solid. Don't miss Parmesan cheese, dense, calcium-rich, and easy on senior digestion. One piece of cheese the size of my thumb helped me stand stronger than taking 3 different supplements every day. Mr. Michael, 82, who struggled with osteoporosis and stage 2 muscle loss, you've likely sprinkled it on spaghetti or salads. But few realize that just 1 ounce, about 28 g of Parmesan packs, over 10 g of complete protein, nearly 30% of your daily calcium needs, and is virtually lactose-free. Gentle even for those with dairy intolerance. For older adults, it's not just a topping. It's a natural power tablet that's delicious, efficient, and easy on digestion. Why is Parmesan so powerful? Dense protein, perfect for small appetite. Seniors often eat less, but ironically they need more protein than younger adults. Parmesan helps solve this puzzle. With nearly 10 g of protein in just 28 g, a single slice delivers the same protein as a large egg, but is much easier to digest. Source: USDA Food Database, 2023. High in calcium and highly absorbable. 1 small serving provides 331 mg of calcium, about a quarter of a senior's daily need. What's more, the calcium in cheese is bound to casein, making it easier to absorb than pills or fortified milk. Why does this matter for muscles? Without calcium, your muscles can't contract, even if you're getting enough protein. A Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, 2020, easier to digest thanks to natural aging. True Parmesan, Parmigiano Reggiano, is aged for at least 24 months. During this time, enzymes break down proteins into easily digestible peptides. Lactose is nearly eliminated, making it safe for most seniors' digestive systems. Many of my older patients can't tolerate milk, but have no trouble with Parmesan. Parmesan, a trusted friend for heart, bone, and muscle health. Nutrient benefits for older adults. Calcium strengthens bones, supports muscle contractions, prevents fractures. Phosphorus maintains lean muscle, reduces fatigue. Vitamin B12 prevents age-related anemia, supports nerve health. Protein repairs muscle fibers, enhances balance and strength. Fermented peptides may help lower blood pressure, support vascular health. Nutrients. 2022. Mr. Michael, 82, once fractured his hip tripping over a rug. Even after 3 months of rehab, he trembled climbing stairs. I recommended 1-2 small slices of Parmesan daily, combined with simple sit-to-stand exercises. By week 5, he called me emotional. "Doc, I climbed to the 2nd floor today with my own legs. No one had to help. I wasn't shaking anymore." How to enjoy Parmesan. Elegant, yet simple time of day easy ways to use. Morning grate over scrambled eggs or whole grain toast. Lunch shave onto salads or veggie soups. Dinner sprinkle over steamed broccoli or whole wheat pasta. Snack pair with walnuts, fresh grapes, or apple slices. Just 1-2 ounces per day is enough. You don't need much, but consistency matters. Important tips when choosing Parmesan: only choose Parmigiano Reggiano or Grana Padano. Right arrow, avoid processed Parmesan style. Powders grated fresh from a cheese wedge. Right arrow, pre-shredded types often lose nutrients and may contain additives if watching sodium. Right arrow, stick to 1 ounce per day and balance with plenty of vegetables. Parmesan, small but mighty, aged yet strong. You don't need a large portion. You just need consistency, like the cheese itself, aged in silence for 24 months. And one day, you may feel it too. You rise easier. You walk steadier. You sense your body slowly reversing the clock. And now get ready to meet a cheese that's the polar opposite of Parmesan. Soft, creamy, gentle on the stomach, but with a fast-absorbing protein punch. Perfect for those who just walked, worked out, or need quick energy. Don't miss ricotta cheese. Smooth, light, and fast-acting, the ideal quick recovery cheese for seniors. I can't stomach meat right after a workout, but just 2 spoonfuls of ricotta cheese, and I feel like someone plugged me into a power outlet. Teresa, 67, who practices light yoga every morning. In the world of muscle recovery, there's a secret speedster, and its name is ricotta. If Parmesan is the slow-aged treasure, ricotta is the fast-acting action hero of the cheese world. Just 30 to 60 minutes after eating it, your body is already using its protein to repair, restore, and rebuild muscle. Why does ricotta absorb so quickly? Most cheeses are made from milk curds, the solid part, but ricotta comes from the whey, the liquid that remains after other cheeses are made. And whey protein, it's the fastest absorbing protein in nature. When you eat ricotta, your body doesn't need time to break it down like it does with cottage cheese or Parmesan. The amino acids enter your bloodstream almost instantly, ready to repair the very muscle fibers you just used. Source: Journal of Applied Physiology, 2017. You don't need a gym, a morning walk, sweeping the porch, gardening, climbing a single flight of stairs. All these cause micro tears in aging muscles that need repair. And if you eat ricotta within 2 hours of these activities, your recovery can double, according to the British Journal of Nutrition, 2018. What else does ricotta bring to the table? Nutrient role in senior health: whey protein, fast muscle recovery, boosts amino acid uptake, because go directly to muscle, skip liver processing. Immediate recovery calcium and phosphorus muscle contractions. Maintains lean mass vitamin A and B12 supports nerves. Reduces fatigue riboflavin B2. Boosts cellular energy production, I'll admit it. I almost overlooked ricotta myself. As Dr. Jame, I'd always recommend lean meats or whey protein after workouts. Until one day I was consulting Martha, 81, struggling with sarcopenia and trouble chewing. She asked me, "Doctor, is there something soft and easy that helps me bounce back after working in the garden?" I suggested 3 spoonfuls of ricotta after each gardening session. 90 days later, she returned with a soft smile. "I no longer feel shoulder pain after digging. Getting up and down is easier. Thank you, doctor. This little soft cheese made me feel alive again, not just surviving." How to eat ricotta easy, fast, and friendly for older adults time of day. How to enjoy ricotta after light activity. Eat 3-4 tablespoons plain. Right after movement, light breakfast spread on whole grain toast plus honey plus cinnamon smart dessert mix with cocoa powder. Plus a few blueberries, afternoon snack ricotta plus sliced cucumber plus fresh dill. How to choose and use ricotta wisely. Go for whole milk ricotta. Right arrow, more protein. Keeps you full longer. Avoid light or part skim if you're underweight or losing muscle. Read simple ingredients. Milk, vinegar or citric acid, salt. Right arrow, the fewer additives, the better. Ricotta is naturally low in sodium. Great even for those watching blood pressure. How much is enough? Aim for a 1/2 to 3/4 cup, about 120–170 g per day, especially within 2 hours of physical activity for those with small appetites. Split it into 2–3 small portions throughout the day. Why I call ricotta the quick recovery prescription. For older adults, it doesn't bloat you. It doesn't sit heavy like meat or protein shakes. It flows into your system like cool water, carrying strength, comfort, and renewal. So now you've got 3 powerful cheeses in your toolkit. Cottage cheese, slow builder, ideal in the morning or before bed. Parmesan, nutrient-dense, calcium-rich, supports bones and balance. Ricotta, fast healer, perfect after movement or fatigue. But we're not done yet. There are still 2 lesser-known cheeses, ones that protect the heart, feed the nervous system, and fight back against age-related muscle loss. Stay with me, because in the next fresh Mozzarella, the cheese that protects the heart and brain for seniors, I'll reveal something you never expected. "Doctor, I know I need protein to maintain my muscles, but I worry my heart just can't handle salty, fatty foods anymore." MS Helen, 74, a retired seamstress with a history of high blood pressure and mild chest pain. I smiled gently and replied, "Then you might want to try fresh Mozzarella, soft, light, and gentle, like an old friend who's always been there for you." Unlike sharp Parmesan or creamy ricotta, fresh Mozzarella is mild in flavor, moist in texture, low in sodium. It's the perfect choice for those with high blood pressure, seniors who experience swelling, dizziness, or fatigue, people on a heart-friendly low-salt diet. The triple benefit: heart, brain, muscle, clean, gentle protein that doesn't overwhelm digestion. Just 1 ounce, 28 g, of mozzarella delivers around 7 grams of protein. It's soft, easy to chew, and won't make you feel overly full. Ideal for anyone with poor appetite, altered taste, recovery after illness or surgery. The lowest sodium content of any common cheese, Only tilde 175 mg of sodium per ounce right arrow, that's half the sodium of cheddar. Right arrow 1/3 that of Parmesan. This eases the burden on the heart, blood vessels, and kidneys. According to the American Heart Association, 2022, reducing sodium by just 100 mg a day may lower systolic blood pressure by 3.5 points in adults over 60. 3. Natural source of vitamin B12 and choline for cognitive health. Vitamin B12 protects nerve function, prevents fatigue and muscle loss due to anemia. Choline supports neurotransmitter activity and boosts memory. The Journal of Nutrition, 2020, reported. Chronic B12 deficiency in seniors is linked to poor muscle control, brain fog, and balance issues. MS. Ellen, 69, was a retired elementary teacher who loved reading. But after a spike in blood pressure, her memory began slipping. She struggled to recall former students' names. The fatigue never seemed to lift. I didn't prescribe more pills. Instead, I told her, try this breakfast: 2 slices of toasted whole grain bread, 2 thin slices of fresh mozzarella, some tomato, and a drizzle of olive oil. 6 weeks later, she texted me, "Doctor, I just remembered the title of my favorite book from college. I feel like I'm finally myself again." What else does mozzarella offer beyond protein? Nutrient benefit for seniors. Vitamin B12 protects nerves, prevents muscle loss from anemia. Calcium plus phosphorus supports rhythmic muscle contractions. Choline enhances memory and neural signaling. Protein plus healthy fats sustains muscle mass, promotes satiety without blood sugar spikes. Easy ways to enjoy fresh mozzarella. No cooking required. Time of day. How to eat mozzarella: morning whole grain toast plus mozzarella plus tomato plus olive oil. Lunch tossed veggie salad plus 2 slices fresh cheese plus balsamic. Afternoon light snack: 1 slice cheese plus strawberries, kiwi, or apple. Dinner add to chicken soup, pumpkin puree, or steamed vegetables. Smart tips for buying fresh mozzarella: look for fresh mozzarella in brine or lightly salted water, usually in pouches or tubs. Avoid the dry, shredded types used for pizza. Those are highly processed. Whole mozzarella balls can be sliced and used within 3-4 days. Try low moisture mozzarella if you prefer easier slicing and less liquid. Ideal daily amount: 1-2 ounces, 2-3 thin slices per day. Pair with vegetables or whole grains for best nutrient absorption and metabolic balance. Mozzarella, not the flashiest hero, but your quiet companion in aging well. It's not bold. It doesn't steal the show like Parmesan, but it's the steady, reliable piece in your whole health puzzle. Just a soft slice of mozzarella could be the missing link that helps you keep your heartbeat steady, feel less lightheaded when standing, and remember the name of someone you loved 40 years ago. And now, one final gem in this healing journey: a cheese almost no one talks about, but it holds a nutrient so powerful for seniors: vitamin K2. It's like gold for your bones and arteries. It strengthens your skeleton, reduces arterial calcification, and yes, it may even ease that nagging pain in your knees, lower back, or tired legs. Coming up in the next Gruyère Swiss cheese, the K2 powerhouse that quietly protects bones and blood vessels after 60. I take calcium every day, but my back still aches and my knees feel weak. What am I doing wrong? Uncle Frank, 70, with spinal degeneration and early-stage peripheral artery blockage, and the answer surprised him, just like it surprises many. The problem isn't that you lack calcium, it's that your calcium went to the wrong places. Calcium can heal or harm. Without vitamin K2, calcium may never make it to your bones. Instead, it may settle in your arteries, leading to arterial calcification, numbness in the legs, chest tightness, and even heart risk, according to the British Medical Journal, BMJ, 2017. Vitamin K2 deficiency increases the risk of arterial calcification by 57% and raises the risk of osteoporosis by nearly 30% in adults over 60. K2, the guide that sends calcium where it belongs. Think of K2 as your body's GPS for calcium. It activates osteocalcin, the protein that guides calcium to your bones. It also turns on MGP, a bodyguard that blocks calcium from hardening your arteries. And here's the exciting part. Gruyère cheese, a traditional Swiss cheese, is one of the richest natural sources of K2 in the entire food world. Why Gruyère is special for seniors: feature unique benefits: aged fermentation, greater or equal to 6 mo, increases vitamin K2, MK7 form, production dense casein protein, builds muscle slowly and sustainably, high in calcium plus K2, plus phosphorus, golden trio for bone strength and mineral balance, relatively low in lactose, easier on digestion for aging gut. Source: Nutrients Journal, 2020. Remember Uncle Frank? He fractured his knee after simply bending to tie his shoe. After surgery, he worked hard in rehab, but the tingling in his legs lingered. So I gave him a simple plan. Eat 1 slice of Gruyère cheese daily, combined with gentle leg exercises and a 10-minute morning walk. 3 months later, with tears in his eyes, he said, "Doctor, I just finished playing 6 holes of golf, my first game in 5 years. I honestly thought I'd never stand strong on the green again." K2 doesn't just strengthen bones, it also protects the heart and brain, prevents artery calcification. Right arrow reduces risk of heart attack, stroke, and hypertension, improves blood flow to the brain. Right arrow, less dizziness, better short-term memory from atherosclerosis, 2019. Seniors who consume enough K2 daily have a 20–30% lower risk of coronary artery disease compared to those deficient in K2. How to eat Gruyère: easy, enjoyable, and effective time of day. How to use Gruyère cheese: morning, grate onto sunny side-up eggs, or whole grain toast. Lunch: thin slices over mixed salad plus olive oil. Dinner: stir into vegetable soups, or enjoy with steamed brown rice. Light snack: pair with pear slices, grapes, or a few almonds. Ideal amount: 1.5 ounces daily, around 1–2 small slices. Tips for buying quality Gruyère: choose block cheese or thin slices from a large wheel. Right arrow, avoid overly processed, boxed versions. Look for labels that say aged greater or equal to 6 months. Right arrow, that's when K2 naturally forms during fermentation. Can't find Gruyère? Consider these alternatives: Jarlsberg, Norway; Emmental, classic Swiss cheese; aged Dutch Gouda. Why Gruyère completes the final piece of the puzzle, because after 60, aging isn't just about weaker muscles. It's about bones that silently crumble, arteries that slowly harden, and memories that fade a little more each day. Gruyère isn't a muscle hero. It's a quiet protector, one that sends calcium where it belongs, keeps your blood flowing, strengthens your bones, and maybe helps your smile stick around a little longer. And now, you've met all 5 restorative cheeses for aging well. Cottage cheese soft, sustainable muscle builder for mornings and before bed. Parmesan dense in calcium, light on digestion, great for bones and muscle tone. Ricotta quick absorbing whey protein, ideal for post-activity recovery. Fresh mozzarella gentle on the heart and brain, perfect for low-salt diets. Gruyère rare K2 source, powerful against calcification, key for bone resilience. But one meal isn't enough. The real question is, can you sustain this for 90 days to see real results? Don't miss the 90-day cheese reset plan, how to build a simple daily routine with these 5 cheeses to stay strong, independent, and thriving well into your golden years. Doctor, I don't think I have the strength to exercise every day anymore, but if it just takes a few slices of cheese, maybe I can do that. Shared by Mr. Howard, 81. And yes, he was walking again, just 3 months later. You now hold all 5 pieces of the strength puzzle for aging well. Cheese type main benefit: cottage cheese, slow, steady muscle building through the night. Parmesan dense in protein and calcium, yet gentle on digestion. Ricotta fast absorbing whey, ideal for post-activity recovery. Fresh mozzarella gentle on the heart and brain, ideal for low-sodium diets. Gruyère Swiss, rich in K2, protects bones, prevents artery calcification. Your 90-day strength reboot starting today. Step 1. Find your daily protein target. Take your weight in pounds and divide by 2. 2 right arrow to get kilograms, multiply by 1. 2 right arrow, that's your protein goal in grams/day. Example: 150 pounds, right arrow 68 kg, right arrow needs ~82 g of protein/day. Step 2. Split your protein across 3 balanced meals: breakfast, 25-30 g; lunch, 25-30 g; dinner, 25-30 g. Spreading it out helps your body absorb and build muscle better, instead of loading it all at night. Step 3. Incorporate the 5 cheeses into your meals. Meal cheese pairing ideas: morning a half cup cottage plus fruit or 2 slices of fresh mozzarella. Lunch 1-2 tablespoon ricotta in veggie soup, or 1 slice of Gruyère. Dinner scrambled eggs with grated Parmesan or salad with mozzarella. Snack 1 slice of Gruyère or Parmesan plus a few walnuts or raisins. Rotate the cheeses to keep it interesting and to diversify your nutrients. Step 4. Add gentle movement each day: 10-15 minutes walking, sit down, stand up, x 10 times. Lift a 16-oz water bottle in each hand. Do this 3-4 times a week to activate your muscles gently but effectively. Step 5. Track your 90-day journey. Use a wall calendar or notebook. Each day mark off: which cheese did I eat? Did I move my body today? How did I feel physically or emotionally? The milestones to look for: day 30, you start noticing subtle changes. Day 60, walking feels smoother, lighter. Day 90, you look back and say, I'm stronger, I'm back. Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. Your body can still heal, adapt, and rebuild if you give it the right nutrients at the right time with a little patience each day. Think of each slice of cheese as a love letter to your muscles. I still believe in you, and I'm caring for you, 1 bite at a time. If this video meant something to you, Tap like to let YouTube know your health matters to you. Subscribe so you never miss another powerful guide. Hit the bell icon for weekly doctor-approved tips and visit this channel daily. Like a vitamin for your spirit, we're not just here to share facts. We're here to walk beside you to remind you of your strength, your worth, and your future. Because aging should be powerful, not passive.